can bring back. Lyon, who's part of the United goal, should not be forgotten. Gallo's part in this might not be forgotten if Lyon can make something of it. Garte got a foot in, however. Here's Tolisso. Garnacho. Driving United on. He's got Hoyland one way, but he'll go his own way, to Hoyland's evident frustration. On he drove. Garte able to stick with him. Hoyland's reaction telling you he felt it was the wrong option.
No sense.
But all is not lost for United here. Casemiro trying to get free. It's Maguire who meets it! And the officials, the referee deciding it came off a United body. Lyon certainly grateful for the deflection. Maguire met it well.
Striker.
Won the
Who could so defend them?
match, but it certainly was the head of
When can go
Tolisso.
on the crash here? Can I say no? Useless striker. Can I foul?
It's a foul. Lyon on Mikatadze. He's on a run of 9 goals in his last 8 games for club and country. His country being Georgia. Cut out by the effervescent Ugarte. This is really good work by Maitland-Niles. He's that's too much of Sheki. He'll certainly be in the spotlight tonight. Lenny Yoro once again out in front of a big French football audience. And it's almost getting there. Tolisso. Tagliafico very much part of this attack. Dart through the middle. This is Almada. Tolisso. There too. Matter. Garnacho at least creating questions. Garte now for Lyon. Lyon's one knockout victory in England. Manchester United have lost only one of 8 previous knockout ties. against French League opposition. It was Monaco back in the Champions League, 97-98. Famous away goal by David Trezeguet, eliminating Alec Ferguson's team before the knighthood. Tagliafico. Delivery of considerable threat. Maitland-Niles able to arrive. And Yoro failed to decisively deal with this. And that nearly created a massive problem. And Lacazette bemoaning Lyon's inability to take an opportunity. Which was part of the story a week ago, it must be said. Maitland-Niles. Here's Almada. Tagliafico, Toliso's in there. Yoro might be picked up here by Maitland-Niles. Mikhail brimming with invention, but not ultimately what was required. The implications for United about achieving any kind of success this season. Cherki, another dazzling run. It's brilliant work by Ryan Cherki, and Onana is there to deny him. Cherki once more. Well, that will make the Manchester United goalkeeper feel a whole lot better. But a little showcase for the considerable gifts of Ryan Cherki. A dazzling run. Opportunities are beginning to come. And Cherki will perhaps feel that that was what he could have made more of. Having created it quite brilliantly, it must be added. Toliso. Cherki on to Maitland-Niles, who's a prominent figure at the moment for Lyon. Betsu foraging. Nakaoko showing some determination. A routine save for Onana, but they're mounting up. Well, brilliant. Absolutely superb run. And in fairness, he produced the shot at the end of it. Onana well within his reach. I suppose that's the only criticism you might lay at Cherki's feet, but he's embroidered the game with the run. Well, Mazraoui's forward ball finding Bruno Fernandes on the border of offside, but conclusively ultimately on. Some great work by Garnacho, and Ugarte seeing his name up in lights as a Manchester United goal scorer, leaving defender and goalkeeper sprawling and putting Manchester United in the position where they would wish to be. And their opening to the game was everything that Ruben Amorim could realistically have asked, but at the moment Lyon looking distinctly the better team. Excellent play by Lenny Yoro. Dorgu. Garnacho. Ugarte. Casemiro. No surprise to see Lyon statistically confirmed as having a greater share of the possession. What the eye is telling you. Fernandez off on the charge. And he's been found. Bruno Fernandez! Oh, that was almost one for the ages. Such a difficult ball to control. Stretching over the shoulder effectively. To produce an effort of that quality was some achievement. It was almost the goal that will be talked about for decades. Yoro. Garnacho. Oh, the deflection. That was a could have gone anywhere moment of Ugarte. But from a Lyon perspective, to safety. That's going to be difficult for Perry, who actually did really well there. Almada hoping to lead some sort of counter charge. Good work by Cherki. Almada back to Cherki. The idea clear, Mikatadze can at least briefly pick up the pieces. This is where there's potential for United. The run of Garnacho, the forward thrust, met by the challenge of the backward running defender Maitland-Niles. Hoyland. Casemiro. Fernandez on the ground. Here's Dorgu. Garnacho. Hoyland. Fernandez! Well, his frustration is about the challenge on him in midfield. But he's driven tonight. That shot driven just wide of target, always curling away in the end. Ugarte. Hoyland. Well, there we say the pendulum has swung again, and United in the ascendancy. Dorgu. Garnacho. Dorgu. Oh, beautiful ball into the perfect area. And it's an agonising moment for Rasmus Højlund, and he's had plenty of those. Garnacho. And like the contest a week ago, just really absorbing game. Casemiro and Ugarte making good inroads again here for United. He'll need a bit of help. He's managed to force a corner through his force of will. Maguire, surely favourite. Perry getting a good grip on that and taking the pressure right off. And a really fine piece of goalkeeping from a player who has graduated to the Brazilian senior squad. Tolisso. There too. Maitland-Niles, the cannon may yet be kind here, but Bruno Fernandes where he needed to be. Fernandes. A loss of a boot for Patrick Dorgan. Seeing a piece of footwear like that makes me wonder why footballers don't suffer from migraines more often. Yoro. Højlund went slip sliding. Dorgu now for Garnacho. And he likewise just lost his foothold at a critical moment. The immaculate referee, Mr. Shearer, quite rightly deeming that challenge a foul. With a 2 for Corentin Tolisso, Champions League winner with Bayern Munich. Well, precision is in order. At least approximately in the right spot the free kick was in the end taken. Good work, Ekatate finding Sheki. Tolisso busting a gut in the middle. There too. Searching ball. Almada will pick it up. Nervous moments for Manchester United. Shirky back to Akuoku. A little bit of added time for the period of treatment for Vertu, who doesn't seem to be suffering. Blow to the foot. Tolisso. Ekate. Almada. Here's Mata for Lyon. Tolisso. Just escaped Maitland-Niles' clutches there. That could have been a critical moment. And Tolisso is going to receive a yellow card that will cost him a place in the first leg of a semi-final, which at this moment is only hypothetical for Lyon. Ruben Amorim's team in prime position, thanks to a strong, aggressive start. A touch of Lyon ragginess. Forward potential here. What is that? Diogo Dalot! And the prospects of salvation of something from this awful season for Manchester United is well and truly alive now. And neither of the goal scorers would be right at the top of your list for heroes on the night. Tagliafico left appealing, despairing, but there didn't appear to be a great deal wrong with that. And Dalot kept his composure, the one spot out of Perry's reach. And the semi-finals well within United's reach now. Well, they are checking that incident involving Dalot and Tagliafico, and the definitive verdict has come. The goal will stand, and United stand on the brink of a meeting in the last four with either Athletic Bilbao or Rangers. Well, if United let this slip, it would really sum it all up. But they made a brisk and business-like start, rewarded with a very well-crafted goal, finished by Manuel Ugarte, only his second of the season. And on the cusp of half-time, after shrugging off Nicolas Tagliafico, Diogo Dalot pounced to double United's lead, and they are on the brink of the last four. Half-time at Old Trafford in the second leg. Manchester United 2, Lyon 0.
Discover your new Hyundai right now at Fitzgerald Hyundai Gaithersburg. Come lease a 2025 Hyundai Kona for $154 per month for 36 months. Experience America's best warranty with Hyundai Owner Assurance. Visit Fitzgerald Hyundai Gaithersburg today.
Short because you money.
Because I saw in a space no mudi nano. Almost had another activity. Yes, it counts on the time is money. Any time for saying a move so a dear Berbua, I almost about 5 hours so we for now. Yes, I didn't know I say. Or be another 5 hours here for now. When I buy a GIA Bibiana, a shall buy Sunday a moment 30 minutes by 30 minutes near being above the Baba before Acosino. I feel no more call Sre Hall. Echiaka aye ye so mo person mo ye ni omo mosem ba we ni dia ba ye bibia omo no mo kapre bi anim
na say
na tare e de be se de kwa nye so ono beki ni ne pa beki betimi akoto seat eni ono na sem na no kwa no
etitare ne nsa na abrada bibo mu ifese na mati di ntiagbada eye usbo mpa no ne boys na sa usbo mpa e tro say won so won hwiase because say when your disciples are there is a soon by the woman remember no almost no pastors pa je pastors na some boys see a bed na almost for a man was ready more information when you say some kwame muni when you say
oboku ameto nyame me ya 2 ndc abai meto nyame me na me ka che do mama mo send video ne ma no wasia de no matirisa and cry soldier fogu police fogu kumase soldier fogu kumase keko soldier fogu sunya soldier fogu abua o mti pay ya dai afi sabe na o man no adan yebutu na sabe na nipa sabe o mo jabi shi ebukura no na thousands of thousands eti atie bi o wa ye yusu nim dia ni nyansa eti police for ni soldier for no all you see wisdom, you would hear in answer. It's an IGP, and on Casawa with him, and to was him. I want to hear from Pennyfuano, and commercial, I should be papa. Thank you. Here is a song called Sudan. Sudan, I want Coco Patent or Quackran.
boy your three guess how much of them you have or what you have no Casamo was also be Pacasano. One worry about 6. Now worry about 6 on the money day you are not too much in it or the money day you are not too much in it who could come and move anybody out the way which we say they are empty spiritually no they don't have any spirit now mama you see if these characters are the people are mama I didn't Ghana for show Masia
Oh my, I was so fun the same come here you my penny still bonnet
this space. And you don't need this space. And I get there. If I'm alone, you'll be lucky. But if I'm there, and my 10 boys, and they pick up with me, with their hips, trust me, we'll beat you. If you don't want to experience that kind of situation, do that what is right and what is lawful. This is Otunfo City. This is the Asantehene City. This is the Garden City of West Africa. We have to preserve its image. And I am here to
say. Me sure say me bisa.
Odi fo ansa na oba beka bisa na ya de o maka no okukuam na o de aba aba.
The so for the you come you okukuam di ba bontia. I feel no share you must say. I feel no share you must say.
Ele kro. Ele kro.
Ti se basa. So for. Ayo kuma say o. Asam ke tu abi. Na confess am kase.
Confess am kase.
Ya ba.
Okay.
T-A-V-N.
And that day, General Casa said, Evans, Rebecca, I know you. The General Casa said, Evans, wow, Rebecca, I know you. The General Casa said, Evans, and that day, Rebecca, I know you. You just have a little yesterday.
Professor, mecheche mu nyina medin edi ekwana baboate. Eni abeta betwe nkomo afidi we se enchekra. We premier eni aye video se wo ho no. Eho nkomo ne ba beti. Na osofo no koka adum tie bi asem. Mbaje de se yaromane no. Yaromane no 1 week. Kisi e ka se ohyem ewo prison ewo aye kumase. Prison central prison ohyem wo ho. Asofo na ewo Ghana no Christian Council fo ne ade ade. Enso akopi mo mu kubusa se ede e pentina yama no so nkonkohyem remandi. And also once a baby home come. It will be me ashare not all the comments in the comment section. Young movie near her, dear cock and the air bay. Now I feel maybe a dear assembly pumas will be see. Your mammy or desperate see who did birthday. And Mama Sherry ended up page. Mama Sherry no. Happy birthday, Uncle Mama Sherry. Champion Mama Sherry. Happy birthday, Papa. From a corner back to a Mama Sherry. Happy birthday, Uncle Manapa. It was so I know what type. Happy birthday, Mama Sherry. Happy birthday, Mama Sherry. Not your queer anymore, sir. Anyway, you try your assumptions when you're ready a crop in tea at Nancy any day, and somebody be a boss. If everybody say beckoning in Amanaquapusi. Now, also feel betting common. Before a pass of holiday, you had you video be trendy, and I'm so sharing in the media also. Opinion our desk screen, so you did in Yampia wanting. Is here because in the DMP. Na opanyini ahye ababa awabi tie komoni ba opanyi wa desqueeze wa hye ababa awabi ema ne sika akwa akodim masese ya ye kasai ababa awa no ewo university a chese oye osua de ne ade ade a o level 100 na eya ababa awe ewo level 100 a wo sua na ade omu ya ne se eja pie ho ye de asem a eja asu eja dinisa guniti wo kam otiatim mrantiam nso mimu ne ese eja de asem eja nko bi na no nkasa mi enti a eja se wanya broken heart na baba wa bi eja wo hye wo eja o tretre eja so nkakra ma no enti eja eye mra na eja baba we na nka eji wo twigum sa ababa we ba school be level 100 ya wayi eja enase mpaboa a ese e ka se eja chese sika wo tua pa ni fees a wo tua no nyasem ketwa baba we chese se de oni eja wi edi asem ni onma wi sese bi na ma hwe osuku ma bo ho ka edi wa ba school ni ade o dan a wotim nyina me na matwetwa ho ka bibia azi ya ye ka se ya chese nyasem ketwa ade che ya ababa we se oni eja wi na eja sese na ti de obeko suku mu ho na wakwa akwaje eye ne nyoma a wale nchen ni ya se ka wa bobo ni nyina wakwa check ne wagye afilisem enu na wani gusu a wohwe yenkwai na yenkwohwe eja na hwe de vrete nkura no ete eye eja na o eja nya bote o eja jai o eja jai o eja menyesa o eja beje phone no mbefa phone ni de biane e ka kra bi kom de eja phone kra ide e biane enti abusuafo na se eja menim se wo kra ne yire ebia no ni yire ebia no ni yire menye so se bia eja wo yire na ne mma so behu na se on papa ejira school ena enkwada jojo papa sa de na se nse bebri because the rate ya eja akoma asi akodim ene eye ne ho sika akodim na ohwe de ka waboro na otu se sika na hye pa eja nkope akwada ne to abobo na nko atena so ama ne kakra ene eja etina ankwankwan nuase a na nka akwada yi osibisu na nko twini kakra fan ne yiri be hu anzen bi kru na gina wa nkwara titi fifire ti eja ntimi se broken heart na no waye din wo ne ba ebe hu na fifire ti ne papa edi asem eja ho akodim ama sie ka ya asem wo Ghana o edi eja nya broken heart isika akodim we eni asem a trending ene oba mansanten tankese ne so a obi ade eja broken heart o eja broken heart o eja ko eja level 100 o eja level 100 o pa akwada ketwa enti girl na tumte the towards again to aboba ye again da nche ye the to bobuta anka obetima tretre ja ay asemo Ghana ho enti abusia na se de etie so eno no eja eho akwa akodim as say ya ye kase obona ni anisuo ma enya asem ketwa ye hwe eye video wi so adum che bi a eche eye sofo na ye fe no eye osofo Emmanuel o ma Philadelphia fo no koche no na ye chi ni wie ye no e na o me ko Moro Market police station eti Moro Market police station ho no e na o mi so de mu ma de chi nti ade chi no pe ye yetima process sofo de na court ama te se ye ka se sofo edem wo eye central police central prisons o dem sisi ye to ya chi ye di sofo ye ya man remand 1 week ye chi ni adum che di a chi no na no what them to say them was a court cases go away to me chesa Ghana court cases to me chena men tiase ah yetima chi sofo they say endi a few days cry up to 2 hours cry ma yetima can answer my remand fast etiane mo was a cases me bre wo Ghana no etimi chesa wa bre etimi chi sofo a wo preach ne preacher wo preach atwi ne yonko sofo ye che no wa kodema ma ade acha de che na remand no eti am won wasa na case se wo Ghana no etimi echesa because ye dinkan ko ho ana ne yake ko person for ye ko ye omuso woni ho omuso woni sales ho woni sales was say ni penzi se wo sha omuso woni ho ya fe dem wa message aba me phone so kunkurun edi asem a ya remind me na say eh na wa he was na me o morum ana police station was here as wo ko wa yeso woni ho ye ti an say ya remind so for it is here ka say oso ya remind 1 week a wo ko akoshem na wasamba back na o mato o nkomo so for na that's all it is a Christian council any eye asofo akuku wo Ghana o munim so for that school isu o munyira diribika aduru eye Kumase central ho ekukusa se ede pa na papa ika yentia ya de ya remind ni sa it is a asofo ni nyira diribika akuduru wa papa o that school isu ya remind wo mukobusa se ede pa na wa yentia adum che bia ene ni lawyers fo ne ne ti royal council no wanfo akwa remande no eno ho nkomo enso eda wa che se enya asem keto je he ye be kwa kosi ba fo na de is confirmed papa wa da su adum che bia ni so bulu fo ni nyina o ma ko bande no e case close ya kwa kosi no ye nto aye nkomo so etina se osofo ima sisi e kasa de o nana o eyame o abansem na adum chebia case ye twam yenko ye nim yenhwe abrante ye fe no eye adwene pahene mo beka video bi ba abonten na wone ne yere no ene eye adwene pahene ase that is ne beki papa ene na busuafo kohia ye video kama mo ne beto abonten na say omo ma Ghana fo ate say wone ne ba no aka bomu a omo ye odoba bibi akoso kama still ne nkofo si no omo judi because social media no ense mebiri koso ankofo etimi creating some no me abeto na akwa eti se de ye amparo bu na ye ntro eti omo ye no no wadwempa hiri wo wu ebisi wo eni da ho a na ehu se ne papa nkasa ba abontin ena ne papa be kasa wo TikTok ena wo kire sei ne ba no a wo wu wo de eye de tumi a hye nkofo bi no nsa se omo nhwe so no omo mani funu no enye kama ne bibia nkoso ewo eye Germany ho na papa edi nkomo ewo eye TikTok ena wo kire na adwene efa saa asem ehu yɛnkɔ ani nkɔ tie ɔpanyin sɛm wɔ ne tuntwa abra na ɔka ne ba no asɛm no mewi a mɛka ana mɛbɔ video bi akyerɛw exclusive paa yɛnkɔ hɛ mbra sisi a
agyepa ne yɛ papa adom yɛ fɛ no papa yɛdi atama nkwa dodo no afei matabɔ
okay nti adwempa hene papa ankasa ene wo na wo no
personally
okay na me pa cho hwan ne Mr. Nash hwan ne Mr. Nash ene hwan
Nash no fa se pa ankasa anya nche kra
wo fa ase a ena nchen na ye adwempa hene wo ba adwempa hene free na we free no Nash Mr. Nash Rube na wuru ewo eyini Rube na wuru ewo eyini me pache
Ipacho Nash ye no fa ase ankasa we no gina manem e fa yiri tutu ye na de nyina wona mna hye ne nsa so ntwa na mo
Mr. Nash ena ejina wane
Wow, this is very, very interesting. Manchester United leading 2-0. Wow. Well, let's see how it goes in the second half because I still can't believe my eyes. Unless the game is finally over. But the kind of game you're playing, it doesn't even deserve to score a goal. Anyway, this is football, so anything can happen.
For half time. This is Dorgu. Garnacho. He's felled. Mata conceding the free kick. Fertile ground this for United. Fernandes. Played into danger area, Casemiro arriving. And his reaction tells you that he felt that was a really good chance. Wouldn't have mattered by the look of it. Yeah, good call. Clearly offside. Well, he did get free and got good contact with his head in the first leg from a set piece. But clearly stole a yard or two there. Almada. Bertu. And then Niles getting involved again. This is Ryan Cherky. Toliso's at hand. Fernandes desperate to get to him. The two captains in close attendance. Tagliafico. Almada. Cherki. Tolisso. Tolisso again. Cherki. And the outstretched leg of Lenny Yoro. Blocking the road crucially there for Manchester United. This is Nicate. Almada. Oh, strength to open up here. Tagliafico in prime position. Almada. Akuoko. Almada. Cherki. To Garnacho. So lively, so bright, and so menacing here. Oh, beautiful play! And Lyon let off the hook. A massive opportunity to finish it once and for all. And Garnacho in his frustration is carded as he commits a foul on his way back. He left Clinton Mata bereft here on the seat of his pants. And then the pullback, born of disappointment, leads to a yellow card. Almada. Lyon keep losing it like that. And affording Garnacho opportunities. Well, that's the sort of confidence Bruno Fernandes has coursing through his veins. But they've lost the ball. And here come Lyon. Almada to Vertu. Give the ball to Cherki. That's never a bad idea. Footed from Ugarte. Cherki not able to affect things as he would wish. Garnacho threatening to again, though. Dorgu. Ken Hoyland saying that's a waste. Well, is he up for it or is he up for it? Nicate. Not yet able to really get into his elegant stride. Almada. Cherki up against Dorgu. Oh, Casemiro. United able to get out of immediate harm's way. And that's a really good outlet for them, but Akuoko policing on that occasion. Almada gets away from Fernandes, feeds Vertu. Tolisso. Nicate. Nicate. Almada. Tagliafico. Mata. Mata's delivery. Tolisso on the turn! And Onana produces the reaction that was required. Every action of his will be forensically scrutinised. The sharp turn by Tolisso, down well, strong hand too. And it was a red-shirted defender who got there on the follow-up. So changes of foot here for Lyon, and Dad is back. Tanner Tessman has had some very happy family news since he was left out of that first leg. For that reason, replacing Akuku. Cherky. The other change sees Lacazette on for Vertu. So a distinctly and much needed attacking change. Talifica was sold a little short there, and then he was caught a little late by Diogo Dalot. Almada's kick. Casemiro defended it. And there may be important work for them still to do. Almada's ball was a threatening one. Maitland-Niles, good disguise on that. Mikhail-Tadze! Ball, real confidence to the outside of the boot. Maitland-Niles trying to feed Nkate, the shot in the end from Mikhail-Tadze. Well, Paulo Fonseca's Roma were beaten by United on their way to the final. They succumbed to Villarreal. Oh, Garnacho foraging again. Just cut an exasperated figure at times, Rasmus Højlund. Apologies to lip readers across the globe. Bruno Fernandes. got a touch from Hoyland to Dallo. Dorku! Another ooh at the end of it. Another touch by Casemiro. Some good football here from United. Full of determination and skill. Finish lacking. It's Tessman. Lacazette tussling to no great effect. Was that a foul? No. Lacazette. Tolisso. Hard running here from Tagliafico. Ball into a reasonable area. It's a foul on Fernandez. The referee clearly getting his message across to Casemiro there, who would not want to miss a first leg of a semi-final because of a word out of place. It's potentially very painful for both there, as it has turned out to be. Dallo. That's terrific play by Diogo Dallo. And Tessman stretching. Certainly wouldn't buy the letter come under the definition of deliberate bad pass. Worth an appeal anyway. Here's Tolisso. Cherki. One brilliant run in the first half, but sprinkling of stardust has not been followed up. Ecaltante, Yakate, Tagliafico, Tolisso. Tolisso again. Cherki. Possibly tried the more difficult route there, didn't seem on. Mata. Name often uttered in these parts. Tolisso, Tessman. Nathan Niles. Cherki. Yakate. Lacazette. Keeping them outside that penalty area for the moment. Tolisso. Now Hoyland. They found a way out anyway, United. Here's Bruno Fernandes. He is in pain again. In the unlikely or increasingly unlikely event of Lyon reaching the semi-finals, would miss the first leg. Like Tolisso. Well, potentially a trump card from the substitutes bench here. Ecaltante withdrawn. Malik Fofana coming on in his stead. Suffered a knee injury during the recent international break. He was representing Belgium. He's got 10 goals this season. Terrific display on British soil against Rangers at Ibrox Park earlier this season, where he bagged a couple of goals. Helped in no small part by the contribution of Ryan Cherky that night. Here's Garnacho. Casemiro. Garnacho. Pulled into inviting space, but it's Fofana who is the first to get there.
Yeah.
Wounded knee, certainly getting a test from Diogo Dalot. Welcome to the game. Tolisso. Taliafico. Almada will leave it here for Fofana. Squirmed off Casemiro. And Lenny Yoro alive and alert to the situation. Little embrace for a member of the Lyon coaching staff in the tunnel before he came out for the second half. We also saw Diogo Dalot embrace Paulo Ferreira, the great former Chelsea defender who's on the Lyon coaching staff, distinguished figure in Portuguese football. Winner of this competition way back when. Maitland Niles on the receiving end from Dorgu.
I'm on dog.
So Almada with this free kick. Nana getting something on it. Fofana to pick up the pieces here for Lyon. Taliafico. Atalanta. Rather untidy incident. Lyon have possession, but they have concerns as well. So Tolisso makes his way back to his feet. Almada. Ugarte. Using his backside very well. Well, the expectations of this football club are so high. The ambitions should be sky high. If they were somehow out of the darkness to allow a little sunshine in by claiming this prize, you start to see building blocks for the future. Afford them a place in Europe's elite competition. A lot of work still to do. Diogo Dalot fed by Hoyland. United have only been out of Europe one season since the English clubs came out of the wilderness after the Heysel ban in 1990. Indeed, they, along with Aston Villa, were the first two clubs to return to the fray. United winning a trophy in their first season back, the European Cup Winners' Cup. Taliafico. Here's Fofana. Taliafico. Trotted away by Shaw. This is Mata. Cherki. Garnacho. Well, Lyon's run potentially coming to an end. They faced a real scramble. Last ditch last season that they managed to confirm their qualification for Europe. They've got one free kick here, thanks to a handball. It's from the other side, so Almada can't produce the kind of delivery that led to the opening goal in the first leg, but he's certainly capable of conjuring enough quality to give someone like Nyakate in the middle there a chance. It's the head of Casemiro that beats it. Nyakate back in there, and there's the goal from Tolisso. And suddenly the picture changes. And suddenly the anxiety levels rise around Old Trafford. Not there amongst the 2,600 odd Lyon supporters. Suddenly they have belief again. Casemiro winning the first inning, Nyakate back in it. Lacazette gets a little flick. And Tolisso anticipated it.
Yeah.
And he
Defender,
may not
don't
be
go
around
was
through
okay.
suspension for the first leg of the semi-final. But he's at least given Lyon some belief that they may yet get there. Well, it's been a night where the respective captains have been a driving force. Bruno Fernandes's efforts considerable. It's real eye-catching moments of quality, but it's Tolisso, the Lyon captain, who's really helped his team. That's a threatening one. Lacazette will latch onto it. Lacazette claiming Lyon ban since he's come on. But a wayward effort there. Well, he scored against Ludogorets and Karabakh earlier in the competition this season. Corentin Tolisso, he was speaking about what a privilege it is to play on the Old Trafford stage, and he was saying before the game how excited his father was at the prospect. Well, really something to say, but personally at least. Tolisso, Lacazette, Almada. On to Maitland-Niles from Cherki. Just standing it up there, that's Onana's all night long. But it's a very different situation, and you do wonder yet whether United may have a few regrets. And is into trouble. Almada, no option outside. Tessman. Cherki. That's a good ball for Fofana. Yoro just lost his footing. It was Tessman. And fired in strongly. And Almada's in there. It was Maitland-Niles with the effort. And Onana was down. He got something on it. Here's Garnacho on the counter charge. Trying to get away from Mata, which he cannot do. Well, a dramatic sequence of action. Malik Fofana, aided by Lenny Yoro's loss of footing, able to make inroads. Yoro, well, that's not in many textbooks. But it's squirted loose here. Maitland-Niles was able to unleash. And a sort of shoveling save, again, far from orthodox. Pretty much dived past it. But he dealt with it. Pause for breath, and a pause out of concern for Lenny Yoro, who certainly showed the level of desire to put his body well and truly on the line. Full marks for bravery. Well, they've travelled in force. They've made a lot of noise around the city today. They won't actually be travelling to their next away game against Saint Etienne. By prefectural decree, away fans are banned for what is now and again a highly charged fixture. Yoro is still off the field. United back to a full complement. Tolisso. Fofana. That's a good ball indeed. And Tagliafico's there, not a quarter away. But Lacazette has equalised. And the nightmare
Go and there's an money from himself. I don't do that.
Well, his former charges applauds.
No, but
And they're delirious and possibly a touch disbelieving. Malik Fofana, who was always capable of being a trump card off the bench with a threatening delivery. Maitland-Niles back across the face.
First ball is here. First ball is here. Let's go.
Onana desperately trying to claw it out.
Oh, if you
But
call
at
it,
any rate,
who's the first ball?
made absolutely sure.
First ball on the go. If you call it.
And jubilation for Paulo Fonseca. Tagliafico with a distinctly untidy finish will be credited with the goal, which has brought near silence to Old Trafford. And now they've got to do it all again, United. 2-2 again. But With plenty of time for more twists in the plot, and indeed extra time as it stands. Well, this is the sort of thing that you feel could only happen to United, the way their season has gone. Fernandes to clip it in. Maguire hoping to beat. It's Dorgu forward once more. Lacazette trod on the ball, but the offside flag will come to his rescue.
My board and then sorry.
Chessman. Cherki. Lacazette. Cherki again. Maitland-Niles. Cherki. Little change of pace. And too close to Onana to cause a genuine threat. Fernandes. Tanner Tessman made it his. Dallo. Won't run for Lyon. Tolisso stepping into really good effect for Lyon. This is Lacazette. And that's a ball of real potential, but Maguire read it. Cool work by Casemiro. Fernandes. Tagliafico. It's a foul by Ugarte, whose opening goal now a distant memory. Well, the goal line technology will aid us in accurately crediting this goal, and indeed, Nicolas Tagliafico, who wouldn't have scored too many like that before, is the scorer of the Lyon equaliser. Lacazette. Nacho eye off the ball at a critical moment, and you may get a growing sense that his inability to take a really good opportunity that he made early in this second half may have been a major turning point as Mason Mount prepares himself for a cameo role. United holding out for a hero. Dallo. Casemiro. Named a shrug for Fana off. Fernandes. Well, Perry decided that was none of his business and was almost made to pay for it. Rasmus Højlund alive to it, but couldn't make a great deal of the situation. Testament. Fofana. Tolisso. Shirky. Almada, Maitland-Niles. Dallow's head. Fofana will retrieve though here. Almada. Shirky fouled by Ugarte. And there can be no debate. Onana wishing to be certain all is covered. Familiar expressions being worn by the United supporters. Lacazette. Giving Almada the benefit of his advice. He's a top technician. His compatriot Garnacho, as though he was about to get some shut eye there, but has to be very much alert. Shirky and Almada over this free kick, a critical moment in the tie. And it's ahead of Casemiro in the way. And Dallo under pressure. And the break in play affords Manchester United the opportunity to make, well, it looks as though it's going to be a couple of changes. Ugarte departs the scene. Mason Mount is his replacement, which you would imagine means a deeper role for Bruno Fernandes, as was the case a week ago. And Højlund departs too. Well, maybe not, because Manu is going to come on too. Be able to tell for the moment, because United have defending to do. Mason Mount's first contribution is a decisive and effective one. Cherky. Well, it's been a tie, whatever the outcome of great drama. Some moments of real high quality. Manu is effectively leading the line with Fernandes in midfield, so it's much as we saw a week ago. Cherky just invited Dorgu in. Tolisso. I was able to get a little flick round the corner from Tagliafico. Tolisso, who's on a yellow card, catching Lenny Yoro. And that's the end of his night. I can't agree with that decision. There is no way out. The red card will stand under the protocols, where a second yellow cannot be reviewed in the video booth. But that seemed astonishingly harsh to me. Well, Lacazette, who claimed the armband as soon as he stepped onto the pitch, is the main leader out there. And Lyon, having clawed their way back onto level terms, now have a player disadvantage. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, and has he caught the goalkeeper out of Perry across? Just potentially spotting the gap at that near post, but Perry able to repel all borders. The pressure remains on Lyon here. The window of opportunity open for United. Harry Maguire, always a threat that requires attention. Taken out of his road, back in there by Garnacho. Lacazette got a touch. Almada being pressed vigorously by the fresher mount, Tanner Tessman. Lyon have won at Liverpool before in the Champions League group stage. They've won at Manchester City in that context. They've won at Everton in the UEFA Europa League group stage. Their only knockout success against Blackburn Rovers in a first leg of the UEFA Cup back in 1998. Jacek Bonk with the only goal. And their hopes stirred by dramatic comeback, diminished perhaps by the red card. Gallo, Casemiro, Lacazette trying to get an important foot in. Nikate has just stepped a little too far, catching the turning Menu. Well, he's been through some drama, as has Gary Pallister in front of him. And he knows that added time has brought United some memorable moments on the European stage. Bruno Fernandes delivers, Maguire battles, goal kick. Well, with 20 minutes to go at the 90, extra time looked a distant, unlikely prospect for Lyon, but they're now a minute away from it. Good touch that by Lacazette. Here's Cherky. Harry Maguire to meet the challenge. He's a wizard with the ball, Cherky, but the added dimension that Fofana brings means Lyon have every hope. Header there, Tyler Tessman. A spectacular interception by Tagliafico. Any hint of a United counter-charge snuffed out. And so we go on. Paulo Fonseca's team have managed to turn what seemed a desperate situation around. Lacazette